Weapons, weapons, weapons. Oh, how I wanted to love you so much. What's up everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name is Keelan, this is Kill the Credits, and today we're going to be discussing Weapons, the sophomore horror outing of director Zach Cregger. Before we dive in, be sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on any future reviews, and if you enjoyed this one, give it a like, and let me know what your favorite part about Weapons was down in the comment section below. And of course, try to keep it spoiler free if you can. Honestly, there were multiple reasons as to why I was rooting for this movie so hard. First off, for those of you who don't know, the inception of my channel started with Barbarian when it was released back in 2022. I absolutely love that movie and I still recommend it to people all the time. So hearing that Cregger was coming back to horror with Weapons had me extremely hyped. The cast looked great, the premise was so mysterious, and from the little snippet of the trailer I caught, I genuinely thought this was going to be a banger. Like best horror movie of 2025 potential. And to be clear, this movie is not trash. There's definitely a lot of things to like here. So for instance, one of the things I absolutely loved the most was the way that Zach Cregger chose to structure the story. Weapons isn't told in a straightforward linear fashion. Instead, you jump around between multiple characters' perspectives, each one revealing new pieces of the puzzle until they all build up to the climax towards the end. This is something he also did in Barbarian, just with fewer perspectives. And I'm honestly a big fan of that storytelling. I think it keeps you engaged and it also creates a certain sort of suspense and wonder that you can't necessarily get from a straightforward linear story. And the general premise was extremely intriguing. I wasn't sure if we were going in and we were going to get an alien sort of premise. Was it going to be supernatural? Was it going to be trafficking? I really wasn't sure. I really just feel like Zach Cregger had something special in his hands. And on top of that, the movie has a lot of moments that just work really well. And there were a lot of scenes that got real, honest reactions out of me. Talking gasps, chills down my spine, the whole works. Cregger knows how to frame a shot, he knows how to use sound or the lack thereof to emphasize a moment and really craft tension that sticks. There's also quite a bit of comedy sprinkled throughout the film, which I thought they were for the most part well placed because it gives you little spots of breathing room in between all the tense moments. The cinematography, the acting, and the camera work were all top notch. All of the basic things that you want in a movie, the visuals, all that stuff was good. There's no problems with how the movie was made. It's a nice looking film. And you know, they had like a really good cast as well. You got Julia Garner, who's been killing it lately. Had her in The Wolfman earlier in the year. I just had her in Fantastic Four. Now we got her in this. Then we get Josh Brolin, who's always a good time. Got Benedict Wong. And then of course Justin Long, who is one of my favorite actors. I always love to see him in films. Jeepers Creepers is one of my all-time favorite horror movies. Mostly just for nostalgia reasons, but ever since that movie, I've just loved to see him in things. So I really feel like everybody did their part, knew exactly what type of movie they were making. There were no problems on the cast front of the film. Now here's where my mixed feelings start to kick in. I think I may have gone in with a little bit too much hype and too high of expectation. I was hyped. I thought this was going to be the horror movie of 2025. I was expecting something incredible from start to finish, and although the journey had me hooked, the ending really did not hit the way that it should have. After all that buildup, the tension, the mystery, it felt like the movie really didn't know how to close things out. Certain characters and story elements felt underused, some parts fell out of place in hindsight, and there were a lot of questions just completely left unanswered. And don't get me wrong, it's not that the ending was bad, it just didn't feel like the payoff matched the setup. And when you've been engaged as much as I was throughout the runtime, it's extremely disappointing to get that sort of conclusion. Even with those issues, I do think that Weapons is a worthy watch, especially if you like Barbarian. There's definitely enough here to keep you invested, and when things work, they really work. It just turned out to not be the home run that I was looking for. So, have you seen Weapons yet? Did the ending work for you, or did it leave you wanting more the way that it did for me? Definitely let me know down in the comments, and if you enjoyed this review, be sure to leave a like, subscribe, and ring that notification bell so you never miss what's next. And with that, just remember, in the wrong hands, anything can be a weapon, even a disappointing ending. I'll see you in the next video.